James had been sent to help out on Edward's branch line. Sir Topham Hatt had taken away his passenger privileges and hoped that Goodsworth would teach him not to be so stuck up. James, of course, was none too pleased with the arrangement and grumbled dreadfully. The other engines couldn't help but smile when they saw him. One night, James hid his embarrassment in complaints. "I'm surprised Sir Topham Hatt didn't send me to help you branch line engines sooner. The amount of work to do here is almost unbearable for anyone. He must have recognized how much of a capable engine I am." "I thought you were sent here because you tried to compete for a special job." "Yeah, and then he was replaced with Neville." Bill and Ben snickered quietly to each other. Boko and Edward chuckled too. Now, you two, settle down. I think it's clear old James has had a long day." "Yeah, if I worked as hard as James complained, I'd sleep for days." Bill and Ben howled with laughter as the red engine seethed with fury. At last, they were asleep, except for James. "Anyone would think they wanted to be a menace." Edward stirred at his remark. "Oh, come now, James. They're young yet. If anything, you should be setting an example for them." "Edward, respectfully, I think you're delusional. That's one job I won't do." "Wouldn't be the first." "What's that supposed to mean?" "James, you and I do the same work every day. We're both mixed traffic engines, yet I somehow do my work when I'm told without fuss." "It's called having standards, Edward. There's something that some engines have and others simply don't." "Being a really useful engine isn't about having standards, James. It's about pulling your weight. You'll never catch me sitting on the sidelines while others do my work. And you shouldn't either. The sooner you learn that, the better. Now let's get some sleep. We have a busy day tomorrow." "Huh, it's always busy around here." The next day, Edward was taking on water at Brendam Docks. As he rested, the dock manager walked up and spoke to his driver. "I've just received a call from Croven's Gate. The works is expecting a new shipment of paint this week, and it's already arrived. We need the extra space for waiting cars. Can you pull the train?" "Of course. Come on, old boy. Let's get going." Soon, Edward was coupled up, and he set off. It's nice to do a relaxing job for once. No hurry, no bother, just a simple delivery. Whoa! This isn't right. What's going on? I think that explains it. Suddenly, a line of trucks rolled into view with no engine coupled to them. They had broken away from Donald on Gordon's Hill, who was heading to the other railway. Luckily, the guard managed to apply the brakes without issue, and the train came to a halt beside Edward. Just then, Donald came reversing back down the hill. He was very cross. "I can't believe it. These reckless troublemakers, bound to cause an accident one day, I tell you. Are ye all right there, Edward?" "All good, Donald. Luckily, the signalman was watching out for me. Would you like some help getting over the hill?" "No worries. I can pull them myself. I'll show these trucks better than to cause delays. Come on, ye horrid lot." "Goodbye, Donald. Have a safe trip." As Edward watched Donald's train disappear, he waited for the points to change, but they remained set against him. His driver called up to the signalman. "Oi, we're all set to go now. What's the holdup?" "Looks like the points are jammed. I can't switch them back for you. I'll call for help and see if we can get someone down here to fix them." Oh, bother, and we were going so nicely too. Never mind, there's still time to deliver the paint. I'm sure we won't be here for long. A few minutes later, the signalman came out looking annoyed. What's the problem? The works unit has been called away to help with an accident at the big station. Nearly all the lines are blocked. I'm afraid you'll have to wait here until they're finished clearing the mess. Goodness, what on earth could have happened? Oh man, we really screwed up this time. You were the one shunting the coaches. You told me to shunt them. Well, I didn't think you'd screw up this bad. Looks like I spoke too soon, old boy. Guess we'll just have to get comfortable. Edward didn't know what to think. He always tried to keep himself busy during the day. Staying in one place for a long time seemed very wrong for him. The crew dropped Edward's fire to save coal, and his boiler began to cool down. Oh well, I guess I'll just doze for a while. It'll help pass the time. Back at Brendam, James was fuming. The yard was packed with waiting freight cars, and he found his shunting skills were put to the test. Where on earth is Edward? You'd think delivering paint would be an easy job. Why didn't they ask me to deliver it? It'd be much better than shunting here. Just then, the yard manager arrived. Edward is stranded due to some broken points. He won't be back in time to take his next train, so you'll have to do it, James. Bill and Ben can take over the shunting here. James was delighted. Ha, finally! I can do some real work for a change. James made his way to the quayside and was coupled onto Edward's train. By the time James reached the vicarage orchard, he was steaming well, and his wheels were thundering along the track. He even gave a cheerful whistle to Trevor, who had never seen James so enthusiastic. Before long, James was off the branch line and was reaching Gordon's Hill. As he approached, he saw Edward on the sidetrack. Oh, this'll be good. Edward was still dozing when he was rudely awoken by a loud whistle. James pulled up alongside. My oh my, what do we have here? Is that you, Edward? I thought you always did your work without fuss. I guess things change, don't they? Edward was speechless. Now that he was unable to move, James had to do his work for him. Well, I'd love to stay and chat, Edward, but today is a busy day. Mustn't be late with your train. And with that, James puffed away. Edward was quickly left behind in a cloud of steam. While he couldn't explain why, he now felt sorry for what he had said to James. Edward was left on the sidetrack all day. Other engines passed by, and they too were surprised to see him. At last, Arthur arrived with the works unit. The points were fixed, and Edward started his journey again. Once he had delivered the paint, he set off for home. How could such a simple job go so wrong? Cheer up, old boy. This was nothing you could have done. You just had a stroke of bad luck. Could happen to any engine. It was dark by the time Edward arrived back at Willsworth Sheds. The only engine there was James. Boko and the twins were staying at Brendam for the night. The shed was silent for a moment. Then Edward spoke. James, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for what I said last night. I was wrong, and it was silly of me to make such a statement. I'm sorry too. It wasn't fair for me to take my anger out on you and the others. Your branch line really is wonderful, Edward. I wish I had one like it. Is that why you tried to compete with Gordon and Henry? Well, I guess you could say that. Just between me and you, I'm glad none of us won. If you thought I was boastful, imagine if either Gordon or Henry got the job. The two friends chuckled heartily. For the next few days, James continued helping Edward in the other engines. He worked hard and did his best not to complain. Eventually, Sir Topham Hatt allowed him to return to the main line. James was pleased to be back doing his normal jobs, but now he knows that whenever he needs a change, there's always a place for him on Edward's branch line.